Good evening, Cape Henlopen. Let's look at the current status of the housing market in southern Delaware. As we currently sit, homes are taking 42 days to sell, 42 days on market being our average, and those homes are selling for $560,703 on median. Now, 2 years ago, as we look at the numbers that we have for the summer of 2024, 2 years ago we had 243 homes hit the market. The following year, 2023, we had 263 homes hit the market, 20 more. Now, in June of 2024, we saw 280 homes hit the market, with last month seeing 362. That's the most homes we've seen hit the market in a 2-month span since pre-COVID in the Cape Henlopen School District. Now, alongside those numbers, if we look back at June of 2022, there were 501 homes on the market. Now, the difference between that stat and the prior stat of homes listed, the amount of homes listed says how many times has a seller put their home onto the market for the first time during that month. That's the units listed, the one we just went through. Whereas the end of market inventory, or the end of month inventory, I should say, is the amount of homes that are actively for sale in total in that market. And that number 2 years ago was 501. It would creep up next year to 669. That's a 168 home increase. And then nearly 200 homes plus higher, we're now at 874 homes actively on the market. 875 at the end of June, 874 as we sit at the end of July. Wow. Now, if you're following along on my notes, I've written down 2 circles that are above and in the end of market inventory section above the June months we just referenced. And you'll see in those 3 months that are August, September, and October, we see inventory accumulate. We don't see homes selling nearly as fast as they're being listed. So buyers aren't buying as quickly as sellers are selling during this 3-month span, year over year, typically. And if we look at the last 2 years, we'll see that happen. If that happens this year, though, we could see the end of market inventory in this district go well over 1,000 homes available for sale. Scooting over to the right-hand side of the document, let's see how much demand there is. Are buyers buying? Where are home prices going? Let's get off supply. Let's talk about demand. In June of 2022, homes were sitting on the market for 23 days on average. As of last year, that was 33 days on average. And as of this year, we are at 42 days on average. So going up 10 days on average each year in the Cape Henlopen School District would suggest that demand is slowly weakening from an all-time high of demand in late 2020 through 2021. Price points are also staying very similar, where 2 years ago we peaked at $576 and we're at $545 that June. The following year we were at $560, and then the following month at $585. And now we sit right between $570,000 and $560,000 as the sold median price in the Cape Henlopen School District. And the last stat before my 2 takeaways to look at is the units sold column, which is right next to the pended, just to the right of those 2 lines in the middle. We'll see that up the line from June of 2 years ago to last year to this year, the amount of units sold from 213 to 208 to 216 has stayed relatively the same. So if the amount of homes that are making it to the closing table is staying the same, while inventory is going up, price points are slowly going down, and days on market is going up every single year, well, that gets to my takeaways. My first takeaway is, how will fall look? If you're looking at my notes, I promise that's a flower. No, it's not. It's a leaf. I think I tried to draw a leaf. I failed at drawing a leaf. But will homes continue to hit the market? Will inventory continue to increase? Because if demand does not increase with it, we could see a price correction happen in the Cape Henlopen School District. And that brings me to takeaway number 2. Is there a price decline in the future? We're seeing beginning signs, early steps that show, well, demand is definitely weakening, supply is definitely increasing, and if you go ask ChatGPT, hey, what happens when supply increases and demand goes down, it'll say prices go down. So with all else being unknown, of course, being the future, as we sit right now and look at these numbers, the thoughts of prices going down in this district is a potential to happen really in the next 6 to 8 months if this were to continue. And again, fall and winter being one of the slower times in the Cape Henlopen district, this will be an interesting report to come back to in October when we do our Q3 review and see where we're at that moment, because right now these numbers are very interesting. And if you like this notes section or to learn more, just subscribe to our channel. We bring a lot of these videos to the table about Delaware and other school districts, and if you want this form specifically with my ugly notes and art on it, hit the QR code to jump into that. Otherwise, have a dandy Cape Henlopen, Delaware day, and we'll talk to you soon.